I'm Juliet Dubois.
I'm Sally Amos.
Amos Sally.
Amos Sally.
I am John Atlas Green.
And I'm Matherson Edwards.
Sarah Lee Cullen.
Okay, move.
The play is on.
It's called Conviction by Contradiction. The stage is divided into 3 areas. Lights up by the stage right area, which shows Atlas's office at the stage tender's office, down to the cheap white blinds in the door. There's a desk and a swivel chair along with a coat rack from the door and a trench coat on it. At the lights rise, Atlas is at a desk goofing off, perhaps spinning around in the swivel chair. There was a knock on the door. He suddenly becomes serious and begins working.
Come in!
Sally enters the room holding a stack of official-looking papers. He does not look thrilled to be here and clears his throat loudly before proceeding.
Detective Green.
He looks up from his work.
Hello there, good sir. How may I be of assistance? Is your wife cheating on you, going behind your back?
Of course not. I'm Amos Sally from the agency.
Ah, yes, the agency. Finally, come to offer me that promotion, eh? Well, I'm sorry, but...
Quite the opposite. There have been a remarkable amount of complaints about you recently, Detective Green.
What?
He leaps out of his chair, sitting it backwards in the process.
That's impossible! I've solved every case I've ever received. I'm the best detective here!
Others would disagree.
He shuffles through the papers in his hands.
Let's see, a Mr. Red Herring would complain that you were not presenting proper evidence.
There was a flaw in his alibi. At the time of the crime, he claimed he was helping a mule give birth. Mules are sterile creatures. They can't give birth.
Actually, it turns out they can. Mr. Herring was innocent. Here's another. Mr. Bugsy Malone complains that you arrested him on the grounds because it is impossible to take keys out of your left pocket with your right hand, which means he must be lying.
He was! It is impossible, sir.
Sally takes a pair of keys out of the left pocket of his jacket using his right hand, keeping a completely straight face.
We're very talented, sir. Has anybody ever told you that?
Not the point. All these complaints are the same, Mr. Green. And you didn't take the time to find proper evidence. You cannot make a conviction using contradiction. You have one chance to prove yourself. I'll be supervising, and if you make one more mistake, you're out.
For a brief moment, it seems as though Atlas might punch Sally, but there's a knock at the door and Atlas goes back to his desk. Sally stands awkwardly behind him.
Come in!
Juliet enters. She is very pretty, 19 years old, and very haughty. Atlas, impressed, comes over to the desk to get a better look at her. She ignores Atlas and addresses Sally. Detective Green, I assume. I'm Juliet Dubois.
I'm Detective Green, miss. That's Sally, my partner. But you can call me Atlas.
Atlas? That's an odd name. I thought you'd be taller.
Everybody does. Atlas is my nickname. You know why? Because I can name any location on the map. Want to test me out?
Maybe later. I need you to stop before just yesterday when there was a lab explosion at my fiance's Tom workplace. He was the only person in the lab at the time, and he died before he could explain what happened. The police have already written it off as a careless accident, but Tom wasn't careless. Somebody else rigged that explosion, and I want to know who it was.
And we will.
He grabs Juliet's hand.
Rest well. Your case is in good hands.
Wait, do you have anything that proves the explosion was rigged? Is the lab even still standing? It'll be hard to prove anything if the lab's gone.
She pulls herself free of Atlas's grip. The lab's still standing. It was only a few beakers that exploded. Tom was killed by the shards. But Tom had enemies, at least 2 of whom would have been able to pull off something like this.
Who?
He takes a notebook and a pen off Atlas's desk. I was getting to that. The first is Sarah Lee Cullen. She was Tom's ex-girlfriend, possibly the most possessive and clingy tramp I ever saw. She's a reporter, so she might have researched on how to rig the explosion. However, she's still not the most likely suspect. Tom had a partner, Matherson Edwards. He's a brilliant man, but he was always second best to Tom, who got most of the credit. And he expressed interest in me when we first met. Perhaps he got tired of playing second wing. He was very against me and Tom's proposal. They both were.
That's evidence enough for me.
He looks at Sally, who nods. Atlas continues.
Let's discuss payment. I charge $5 per case. I assume you can handle that.
Juliet reaches in her purse for the money, but Sally interrupts.
Green agency rule states that one can charge no less than $25.
But I can't afford that. Once again, Atlas grabs hold of Juliet's hand.
Fear not. There are other ways of paying for the case, my dear.
Sir, are you suggesting that
We
I...
take credit, Mrs. Dubois.
Oh, I can do that. I hope you can find me some answers.
Don't worry. We are more than qualified to take your case. For instance, I am fluent in 3 languages, including one I just made up.
He demonstrates, clearly hoping Juliet will be impressed. need that. If you'd like to now, I can show you the lab.
Blackout. The lights rise on the stage. It shows the outside of the lab building, a play-looking building with 2 windows and a playground door. Matheson and Sarah sit on a bench below one of the windows, deep in discussion. Matheson appears to be extremely nervous, constantly fidgeting with his clothing and glasses. Atlas, Sally, and Juliet enter.
Damn it, Juliet! Should have known this was your fault. Look, they've locked me out of the lab. Look, we agreed the explosion was an accident.
I didn't agree to anything. I want answers, and I think Tom would too.
He throws his hands in the air.
Jesus Christ, Juliet! Not everything is some darker motive. Accidents happen.
Sarah crosses to Matheson. She puts her arm on his shoulder, causing him to jump.
We don't have a problem over here, do we?
Not really. Juliet's just trying to stir up some trouble. She's hired 2 detectives.
Detective John Green at your service, but please, call me Atlas. And this is my partner, Agent Sally. We'd like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind. Where were you yesterday?
Remember, Green, evidence. Evidence comes before interrogations.
Oh, I don't mind at all. Let's see. I spent most of yesterday out working on story. I don't know if Juliet's told you this, but I'm a reporter for the local newspaper.
What was the story about?
You have a copy of the report?
I'm afraid the story doesn't come out till next Tuesday. It's a fascinating interview about Pangaea, Bhutan, a very beautiful country.
Did you hear that? Pangaea, Bhutan isn't a real country. She's making things up. I bet she did it.
We can check her alibi later, Green. Right now we need evidence. If it's all right with you, we'd like to have a look around the lab.
Matheson gives a discreet look to Sarah, who nods before he succeeds.
Of course. It's not like I have anything to hide.
Do you mind if I tag along? This would make a grand story. Murder isn't something you see every day.
She pauses as if suddenly remembering something.
Matheson, I almost forgot you left these at my house last night.
She takes a small pillow out of her coat pocket and hands it to Matheson.
What are those? Caffeine pills. The lab staff has been working me like a dog, and these are the only way I've been able to stay awake.
He shakes out a handful of pills and swallows them.
Is it safe to take that many?
Of course! Caffeine isn't like a drug, I'll be fine.
You say so, though I don't think that's true. Anyways, could you show us the lab now? I think my partner's getting impatient.
Blackout. Lights up on the screen. Now in Matherson's lab, the largest section is stage. There is a small table or counter in the middle and several shelves full of chemicals in the background. There should be a door. Broken glass, the outer is fluid and litters the floor. Other than that, the lab is spotless. Matheson, Sarah, Juliet, Sally, and Atlas enter the lab through the door. They hang their coats on a coat rack.
Please. I haven't had a chance to clean up yet. Meant to say that this morning, but you know.
That's good. We'll need the glass for fingerprints.
He carefully examines the shard of glass.
Fingerprints? What do you need those for?
See if we can track the killer. They probably left a trace.
Haven't you read a detective story before, Matheson? They always check for fingerprints.
Abnormally loud. You want Sally here.
No, a really good detective doesn't need fingerprints. He can find the culprit through their speech alone.
Codswallop.
It's Wonder Woman.
To be continued.